You know, that's a mixed question right now as far as what, you know, some would say. I think I would go so far as to say that in every classroom there are probably some levels of technology, whether it's a computer, a smartboard or whiteboard, or the response pad clickers. There's this technology that allows kids to be more engaging. However, I think when it comes to social media, that's always a risk, because there's this notion of, you know, how does it align with our acceptable use policy? What if a student uploads an image that is inappropriate? What if they access a YouTube video that is questionable? I think things like this, districts and technology folks are somewhat leery about this. So educators and, you know, grassroots level teachers are pushing to have these type of tools. But what we see is sort of a holdback in terms of really fully opening the doors. But as you know, and I bet if we asked our audience, how many of you have a Facebook page? If you're a teacher, a parent, or even a student, I'm sure a good majority of students and teachers would have this. However, if we were to ask how many of you are using this in the classroom, it would drastically drop, because things like this, with that sharing of information without some sort of monitored check, suddenly gets reduced because of the fears and how it aligns to acceptable use policy. And I don't know if you can see this, but as you look at social media, you know, no one can claim to be an expert in social media, because there's an endless number of tools around social media. We know the typical tools like Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Flickr, these tools that allow you to share content. And that's really what we're doing with social media, is we're sharing content out, we're tagging and giving resources to others, and allowing others to contribute back. But you can see very quickly, most people know Twitter, but they may not know about TwitCraps or TwitVisor and these sort of one-off applications for Twitter. And the list goes on and on. You can just see that there are a ton of tools. If I look under social, you'll see that there are an endless number of social media tools for teachers to access. So how do we as educators take advantage of social media? We look to see how it becomes best used to provide teaching and learning in our classroom. So we can obviously talk more about that, but as you can see, no one is really an expert. The key is to really find what works for you, and not to ever forget that the goal is we're teaching students how to think and learn, and how to grasp these concepts. We're not teaching them how to use social media tools, and oftentimes we get that confused. But it is a very powerful tool in the classroom for teachers.